Delegates, now we're going to try and simulate what happens in a General Assembly when delegates are working on working papers that are eventually going to become draft resolutions and then ideally resolutions. So the key is going to be that we're going to pick up action at the end of a moderated caucus. And from that point, the chair will give us instructions on what we're going to be doing next. So with that in mind, since I'm playing the role of a delegate, I'm going to turn off my microphone and my video.
Thank you, Delegate. Okay, now for the last speaker for this moderated caucus, South Africa. South Africa, as a reminder, you have 30 seconds speaking time. I'll be knocking once at 15 seconds and twice when time has lapsed. You have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and fellow delegates. South Africa believes that, yes, it is important that we cooperate, but we should not forget developing nations while moving forward. A lot of developing nations cannot afford at this moment space programs and establishing mining facilities in outer space. We need to equip them to do this if we're talking about mining outer space ways, and also we should do this sustainably. If you are interested in working with us, please join us in the unmoderated caucus and be part of our working paper, Outer Space.
Thank you, Delegate.
Thank you.
At this time, are there any other points of motions on the floor? Russia, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and fellow delegates. Russia moves for a 20-minute unmoderated caucus.
Thank you, Delegate. At this time and at the chair's discretion, there will be no more points or motions. All those in favor or against Russia's motion for a 20-minute unmoderated caucus, please vote now and simultaneously. This motion clearly passes. You are now in a 20-minute unmoderated caucus.
Delegate.
Hey, delegates.
So Russia and I are currently working on a paper called Outer Space Working Paper. Would you like to be part of this paper?
Yeah, I sent you my email address before. Can you add me to that document?
Okay, you should receive the link right now.
Okay. I have it. Thank you.
Sweet. Basically, we have different focuses. I'll explain mine and I'll allow Russia to explain his focus. So my focus is, yes, although we can't really ban countries and companies from mining with our ever-globalizing society, we can do it sustainably, and that's what I want to encourage through this working paper. Russia, can you just explain your part of the working paper?
I felt that we needed a 30-year moratorium on mining. Because I really don't trust the other superpowers in what they're going to be doing in outer space.
Okay. Belgium, what exactly were you thinking to add to the paper?
I haven't really developed it fully, but I think that it's important for us to develop a set of, my second thing I wrote down over here is the idea of establishing a set of best practices for private corporations. We should probably come up with best practices for governments as well, but at least private corporations, and then maybe include a timeline where they can be phased in.
Makes sense.
So
do you guys just want to start typing in the areas that you want to do, and then I will type in my area about sustainable development in space? Are we good?
Are we going to be writing these in like operative form right now, or are we just trying to get our ideas down?
I think we're just trying to get our ideas down. Some of us prefer to write in operative form, some don't. But at the end of the day, we can just focus on editing then. But I think right now everyone can use their different means.
Okay, thanks, Delegate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys, did you get the message from the chair?
Yeah, it was in the announcements channel. It looks like we have 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just finish wrapping up what we're doing, and then I think we can leave.
And then I think when we come back, when this moderated caucus is over, at least maybe when this unmod is over, maybe we should talk a little bit more about sort of space forms and what that's going to mean. Okay. So, Russia or South Africa, can you email the working papers to the chair?
To the chair? Yes, I will.
Okay. Thanks. And then you guys.
I just shared it with the chair.
Okay. Also, everybody, don't forget to deaden yourself when we leave Discord. Oh, it looks like the chair is typing again. So I have a feeling that this caucus may be over soon. Oh, cool. We have.
Oh.
I'm gonna head out of this and head back into the Zoom session.
I will as well.
Okay, delegates, this unmoderated caucus has lapsed. Please indicate that you have rejoined the Zoom meeting by raising your hand. Thank you, delegates. At this time, are there any points or motions on the floor? South Africa?
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
I think at this point we're going to end this simulation. Just for delegates, just to be clear, for a number of reasons, I don't have the ability to raise my hand, but you will when you're in Zoom. So this is the process that's going to happen. As you can see, you can move easily back and forth between Zoom and Discord as long as you make sure to deaden yourself when you're in Discord, right? As we all did when we came over to Zoom, and then mute yourself in Zoom and turn off your video before you head into Discord. So sometimes it takes a little bit of practice, and this is why, again, we encourage you to do this with your team before May 16th. And Victoria, South Africa is actually our Secretary General. Do you have any other thoughts you want to finish up with?
As you guys can see, in a way, we're trying to stay as true to what GA in this case would be. So in simulating that, we're trying to preserve some of the GA, but we're also seeing ways that work better. One way, for example, is voting simultaneously. So delegates is something that's going to be hard, but if you can remember when you vote simultaneously, obviously yes, no, and abstentions. So just keep that in mind when you're voting. And yeah, that's all from my side.
Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you on May 16th.